today's sport. Now look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. And for New Orleans, well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Now here's Cunningham. Yep, count it.
Pretty nice release from Cade Cunningham that time. Soft touch and arc on that ball.
They set the screen. Murray against Cunningham. This one for 3. Duren with the rebound.
How does such an elite finisher not throw that down? I'm confused.
To the inside. And the dunk by Duren.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Murray for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable. Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
McCollum finds Williamson. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Stolen by Ivy. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. That 3's off the mark. The Pelicans have gone 1 for 3 so far. Hey, great communication on the lob.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Yeah, that's butter. To the middle. Cunningham against Williamson. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And here's Harris outside. Knocks down the long J.
A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
That's good from Williamson on the assist by Murray. Williamson's got his second basket of the game. Cunningham looking it over. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
That's a strong finish from Tobias Harris.
Pelicans trail by 4. Williamson with a screen on Ivy. Three-pointer. That's C.J. McCollum good for 3.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Ryan, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots. Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Williamson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Harris.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
And it's Cunningham missing. The Pelicans trail. Pass to McCollum. three. Tries to keep it alive. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Williamson with it. Now Thompson defending. And Zion Williamson gets the three. Williamson's got 9.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
The three from Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. Out to McCollum. There's 38 seconds left in the first. The three is up. And again, it's New Orleans with a three.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
Cunningham against McCollum. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Detroit shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and with hard work and the proper focus, this guy is capable of big, big things.
Murray from outside gets the three to fall. He has 6. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
It's Cunningham with a drive. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Zion Williamson. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for New Orleans.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Setting the floor for Detroit. Isaiah Stewart out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Here's Williamson following the score by Detroit. He buries it from 3.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Oh, there's the alley. No good from outside. Pistons trail by 3. Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever. He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Now here's Schroeder. Back to Beasley. Outside Schroeder. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. McCollum with it. Guarded by Stewart. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McCollum.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. To the wing on the left. Stewart outside. And again, the Pistons missing.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Ooh, the deft touch on the lob. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And finished off by Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart rocking the rim.
For New Orleans, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Jones. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Beasley for three. Misi grabs the board. New Orleans leading by 3. Here's Boston. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, BA. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years. And that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves. And by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Here's Boston. Still no points. Jones from outside. And again, no good by New Orleans. Fires for 3. It doesn't go for him. New Orleans has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Boston with the bucket.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Hardaway from outside drains the triple.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. BA?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks.
Good, fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Alvarado outside. Let's go with a 3. Count it from distance. And now it's a 5-point New Orleans lead.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the second period. Hardaway's shot is good.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
Jones from outside. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Here's Reed. The putback. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's New Orleans up by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You look at Zion Williamson. What a contribution.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Jose Alvarado. Herb Jones out there with Kelly Olynyk. And it's Misi in at the 5 down low. That's the Pelicans 5.
And right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amin Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Cunningham. Ivy outside. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
Alvarado into the lane. Count that bucket. Alvarado's got 5 points in the quarter. Pistons trail by 4. And he drives in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Harris against Olynyk. Now here's Alvarado. Give him 8 points now. Here's Misi. Another shot. Duren with the rebound. The Pistons have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Cunningham outside. Ivy outside. Kicks it out to Cunningham. There's the three. The three ball. No problem for Cade.
Good instincts from Cade that time. He has the shot all picked out, so why waste time? Let it rip.
Alvarado pass to Boston. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. Boston's got 6.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Left side Jones. 4-3. The rebound by Detroit. Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
And Harris throws it down.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans.
Substitution on the court.
Up top, McCollum. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Robinson Earl. 5 to shoot. Over to the wing. Lets it fly. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
A nice shot by Ivy.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Murray from outside fires in the triple. He's got 11.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Here's Robinson Earl. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Now, their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
And this is what makes Ivy special, his ability to finish with power at the rim.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nails it from beyond the arc. And so Thompson will bring it up for Detroit. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Cunningham. Here's the 3. Cade with the response.
And that's Cunningham coming back with the rapid response.
Here's Robinson Earl. Got it. Robinson Earl's got 4 points now in the quarter. 5 ticks left in the third. Here's Harris. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. He dropped. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the center position. And here's New Orleans now, after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. From the wing, perfect perfection. Beautiful stroke.
Unselfish play there by Zion, moving the ball to another shooter.
Cunningham against Murray. It's Cunningham with a drive. Nice touch by Cunningham inside.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Murray, a screen on Cunningham to take the lead. Sinks it from distance. And the Pelicans lead by 1. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ivy outside. Duren with a screen on McCollum. To the paint. And the dunk by Duren.
You know, he's run that set a lot, even in his college days. Ivy's aware of every option he has in the pick and roll.
Pass to McCollum. Williamson outside. 6 to shoot. There's McCollum with the 3. Offensive board. They kick it out to Murray. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Detroit. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And he lobs it up to the rim. And they're on the run. And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Murray is doubled. On the clock. From behind the arc. Knocks down the triple.
The corners head on anywhere on the arc works for Trey Murphy.
Cunningham against Murray. Ivy outside.
2 minutes.
Thompson with a screen.
2 minutes.
Here's Harris. Oh, missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. For New Orleans, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
Takes the 3. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Harris on the wing. Covered by Williamson. Cunningham, a screen on McCollum. McCollum with a steal. .116 left in the final quarter. From downtown, they get it again. From deep three-point range. And Cunningham pulls it down.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't hit.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Olenek checked in for New Orleans.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
I love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now here's Murray. Olenek with a screen on Cunningham. Yes!
Murphy's such a good-looking young player in this league, someone who can get hot in a hurry.
Ivy finds Harris. Cunningham outside. Launches it. It's hauled in by New Orleans. The kick to Olynyk. Stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Can't get the three to fall. And so it's the Pelicans who come out on top here. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
to the NBA on two. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Andrew Wiggins, Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Pelicans. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now Wiggins after Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo, that's a two-pointer. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Took him no time at all on that one.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
And it's Wiggins missing. New Orleans with the ball. Williamson outside. Pulls up for three. And another three for New Orleans.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
Hero against McCollum. Shots good by Hero.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Murray. Lets it go from deep. Tries again. Out to the right wing. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
There's Hero with a three. Hero can't get that one to fall. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. There's the triple. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Stripped away. Wide open look here for Murray. Connects from three-point range.
Man, look at Murray's mechanics, making that corner three look easy.
Ware passes to Adebayo. Over to the left wing. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And it's the Pelicans' ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Burks on the wing, and stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Poked loose. It's stolen by Adebayo. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Alden. David.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Now, Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Ware. Outside, Hero. Over to the wing from about 19 feet. Ware, no good. Pelicans leading by 5. Williamson kicks to McCollum. Williamson a screen on Burks. Count that one. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
And here's Adebayo outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Team foul.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
He hits the second from the line. Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right, He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
And the Pelicans with possession here. After Tyler Hero hitting the three. Drills it from outside.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also like how they trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's New Orleans with it after Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
With that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
The Heat trail by 3. Burks for 3. T.J. McCollum with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Adebayo passes to Ware. Back to Adebayo. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's
and it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Not a guy you can stop by fouling. Williamson too focused and too powerful.
They stand the last few decades. We've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Now, Hero, 7 points in the game. And Adebayo throws it down.
Perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Screen by Jones. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Alvarado. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Adebayo works for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jones from outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And the 3 ball is good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. For Miami, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Zion Williamson. New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Jones. Plays it up and banks it in. Jones has got 5.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Robinson. That 3 off the mark. Alvarado with it. Pass to Boston. Here's Alvarado. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New Orleans on top. They're up by 4. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
We've got Kelly Olynyk. He's out there with Jones. And it's Boston in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Robinson down low. Olynyk is covering. Pulls it up. Robinson misses.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Stan, you know this. Every team wants those 3-and-D wing types. This Pelicans team is loaded with them.
Yeah, Kevin, they love those type of guys. Long, athletic guys who can defend, and they either come in being able to shoot the 3, or they develop them into 3-point shooters, and it shows in the numbers. Last year, they were 4th in 3-point percentage, 7th in defensive rating. Those are key metrics.
Here's Alvarado. Marquez defending. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The Heat trail by 5. Outside Robinson. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And he's a good shooter from outside.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy, and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you.
Duncan.
It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Robinson. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. To the left side wing. Olynyk, a screen on Robinson. Here's Boston. No good on the three. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. For three. Highsmith's shot is off. New Orleans leading by 10. Out to the right wing. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
1:56 left in the third quarter of the game. Robinson for three. Pelicans pull it in. Outside, Jones. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Jones. To the wing right side. Here's Alvarado. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those. Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
There's the pick. Puts up a deep three. Good, nice job down low. Alvarado's got 4 this quarter. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Highsmith. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest and block.
Olynyk sets a screen for Jones. And it's good, 2 points. Jones has got 7 points in the game. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And Robinson wide open, he shoots. Great look, but off the mark. Pelicans leading by 8. Olynyk, a screen on Mitchell. And the basket by Alvarado. 8 points for him.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this thing.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there.
First team foul.
New Orleans has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. No one covering. McCollum's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
There's Hero with the 3. Cans it from downtown.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 10-point lead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Murray kicks to McCullough. Back to Murray. Takes it from 10. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Heat trail by 9. Has to Ware. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Burks can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 9. McCollum outside. Here's the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Wiggins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Misses the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
That bucket in no time at all.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Hero, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Got that one up quick.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
This one for 3. Pelicans pull it in.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And the basket by McCollum.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
More than a great jump shooter, Hero is a tremendous ball handler who can finish the drive with either hand.
The Heat trail by 14. Has to Ware. Back to Adebayo. Here's Ware. Pocket 6. Good ball movement here by Miami. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Misses the 3. Pelicans leading by 14. Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. That one drops for him.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pelicans.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Murray for 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the Pelicans lead by 14. Hero passes to Ware. From deep. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Hero, no good. And so the Pelicans now can just hold on to the ball. Hero against McCollum. With the shot, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. They've got Tyler Hero. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5. And for the Pistons, Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Thompson. And it's Duren in at the center position. We know NBA games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, B.A., but we're not doing it. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
Out to Thompson. Cunningham on the wing. Clock at 2. Thompson with a screen. And it's Cunningham missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Wiggins. Three-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins, deadly enough from that spot.
Here's Cunningham. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Wiggins with it. Now Thompson defending. Hero for 3. Thompson pulls it in. And so Thompson will bring it up for Detroit. There's Cunningham with a 3. Drills it from deep. Cunningham's got 5 now.
Right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
And make no mistake, Kate Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Hero with the bucket.
That's what Hero is. He's a shot maker, a guy who figures out ways to put the ball into the bucket.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Highsmith. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Thompson, that's good.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The drive by Wiggins.
Timing down. And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Stewart finds Ivy. Now Duren. Lots of room. The rebound by Ware.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
He gets it in there. Hero's gotten his second bucket.
In the flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
There's Cunningham with a 3. And Detroit another 3.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Adebayo, a screen on Thompson. Shot from the top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Hero's got 6.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Pass to Duren. Adebayo with a steal. There's a minute 12 left in the first. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Ivy passes to Stewart. Ivy against Hero. Stewart, a screen on Hero. A nice shot by Ivy.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Pass to Highsmith. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J. He's got 5.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Stewart is screen on Adebayo. Here's Cunningham. Chalk up 2 there.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wiggins down low. He's watched by Cunningham. Highsmith passes to Hero. Thompson with some nice D.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Duran finds Ivy. Fires the 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duran. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Good work there as it goes.
I think there were some toughness questions around Andrew Wiggins. Not anymore. This guy has become a pretty gritty player.
And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Here's Hero. Misses from short range. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. There's Cunningham with a 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it.
Where? That's good.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Cunningham outside. Out to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Kept alive. Ivy outside. From outside the arc. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. The Heat have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Wiggins, no good. Detroit has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. This one for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ivy's gone just 1 of 5 from the floor. Back to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Hero outside. Here he goes. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Thompson scanning the floor. Back to Stewart. Tipped away. Stolen by Wiggins. Here's Highsmith. The 3. That one is cash from Wiggins. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, BA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Cunningham. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat leading by 3. Pass to Hero. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Ware. Here's Highsmith. Tries again. Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Oh, out of this world. Reverse jam. Nice.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo. What a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Cunningham finds Stewart. Shot to stop the run. And the three-pointer goes. Stewart's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Lets it go from deep. And it's Ware missing. Detroit has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Adebayo against Duran. Ivy outside. Fires the 3. And it's Miami with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
The Pistons trailing. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Cunningham. The shot no good. Good D by Adebayo. Miami has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. The 3 ball. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Duran.
Adebayo is by no means an ordinary big in this league. He's just one of the few players in the NBA who can legitimately guard 1 through 5. A true defensive anchor.
And he nails the 3rd. Schroeder against Hero. Harris on the wing. From deep. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Harris has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Miami out in front. They're up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Kate Cunningham.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Jaime Jaquez out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Davion Mitchell. And it's Jovic in at center, locking down the middle. The Heat with the lead. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, BA, is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Well, you don't want to body him up. He's just too fast as Schroeder's able to get it done.
Mitchell, the pass to Jovic. Here's Jaquez. Again, the Heat score. Detroit has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Harris against Jaquez. Harris down low. Soft touch off the glass. Harris has got 5 now.
Tobias Harris getting a little bit creative, finding some room on the inside and keeping the defense guessing with that shot attempt.
Robinson passes to Jovic. Here's Mitchell. Hardaway against Robinson. Clock at 6. And Reed pulls it down. Pistons trail by 3. Hardaway from outside. On target from range. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
Here's Mitchell. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Schroeder against Mitchell. Beasley with a screen on Jaquez. Harris outside. Mitchell against Schroeder. For the lead. That one no good. For Miami, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Burks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Schroeder.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
And so he hits both. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Left side, Hardaway. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, so some operation right there out of the pick and roll, and Hardaway Jr. making a smart decision in that set.
Mitchell, the pass to Jovic. Back to Mitchell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Harris against Jaquez. Harris passes to Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Harris. No good on the triple. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. 4-point game. Here's Jovic. Offensive rebound. Outside Burks. And that one is stuffed right through.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Reed passes to Hardaway. Three-pointer. Rebound Miami. Outside Burks. From deep. Pass to Jovic. Robinson with it. Defended by Hardaway. Here's the pick. And it's Robinson with the three. And it's a 9-point Heat lead.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
Beasley with a screen on Jaquez. And again, no good by Detroit.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Hardaway against Robinson. Hardaway, the pass to Harris. Outside Schroeder. And so it's the Miami Heat. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Malik Beasley. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Tim Hardaway. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Ware. Ivy against Hero. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Nails it from 3. And the Heat lead by 12.
It's just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
To the left side wing. Inside. Pass to Hero. Tries to break his ice. And it's good on the lay-in.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Thompson. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Ware. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Hero outside from the arc. They grab their own miss.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cunningham finds Stewart. Stewart, a screen on Hero. There's Cunningham with a three. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Yeah, Cade, hard to stop. He's got his motor revved high tonight.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
Team second.
Adebayo against Stewart. Fires from the wing. And again, it's Miami converting.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
Duran, the screen. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Down low, Cunningham.
Pretty nice release from Cade Cunningham that time. Soft touch and arc on that ball.
The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Cunningham. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Cunningham.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Heat leading by 12. And there's a pick. Adebayo from long range. Sinks the tray. Adebayo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
There's Cunningham with a three. Cash from Cunningham on the three ball.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
It's Wiggins on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Hero for three. Hits a three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 15.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Heat.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Andrew Wiggins.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Ivy's shot is off. Miami has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. And it's Highsmith missing. And the Pistons pushing it up now. There's the triple. And it's Miami with a rebound.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Stolen by Thompson. 29 seconds left in the game. Stewart, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Cunningham. Right wing. Just 5 to shoot. The shot from 20 feet out, and it comes off the front of the rim. Fires from way outside. Misses. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road by the time.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and the beat still. Let it
starting lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. And for the Pistons, inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And Greg, what stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
Now Thompson, following the three-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. Harris's shot is off. Out left to the wing. Hits it from three-point range.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
A three from McCollum. Detroit with the rebound. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I did speak with the Pistons head coach for a little while. The first player that coach mentioned was Zion Williamson. He said, we don't see anyone like Zion all year. His power is unmatched, but Zion also has the touch and burst. We have to create a wall around the basket. Now, we've seen Zion play, and I think he's going to break through that wall more than once. Guys?
Thank you, David.
A revenge bucket right there. Cunningham making up for the 3 points at the other end.
McCollum with the ball, picked up by Harris. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Here's Cunningham following the score by New Orleans. Good work there as it goes.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you got to get it to him.
Here's Murray, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. McCollum finds Williamson. Driving inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Ivy. A three-pointer, no good. New Orleans has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. From past the arc. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here's Harris from the arc. Pelicans with the rebound. Williamson outside. Offensive rebound. Outside for Murray. There's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Oh, that's a nice looking three there from Murray. How about the high release on that one?
Cunningham passes to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 6, and the layup's good off the glass. Cunningham's got 8 points.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Sinks the triple.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
On the wing, Thompson. Cunningham passes to Duran. Harris, 6 to shoot. Back to Duran, and Duran slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Williamson missing. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. No problems knocking that one down.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Got a hand on it. Got it off in time. And no good. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Inside for them, it's Harris and Duran. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. And Williamson throws it down.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those Zion dunks shake the floor.
And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Now Harris, after Zion Williamson missed from long range. Cunningham's shot is off. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Good on the triple. Murray's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pelicans.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Oh, what a feed by Murray. He's got that pass-first mentality. You always want to play with guys that play that way.
Duran with a screen on McCollum. Ivy dishes to Harris. Going inside, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Murray surveying the D. Kicks it out to McCollum. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Cunningham's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ivy against Williamson.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finish.
New Orleans in the lead. And it's McCollum in the corner. Again, McCollum missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Murray kicks to Williamson. Thompson against Murray. New Orleans moving it around. Rebound by the Pistons. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great, great, great sports fans. Hardworking people that really value hardworking teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Here's Thompson. Out to Harris, and it's on a bound to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. So for the Pelicans, screen by Olynyk. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Boston's got himself on the board with 3 there. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Pass to Nisi. Olynyk has the open look, and it's off from 3-point range. The Pistons leading. Holland the pass to Beasley, and that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Outside, Jones. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game. Outside Hardaway. Unloads. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Hardaway has got it all tied up now for the Pistons. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. New Orleans on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. They've got Jose Alvarado. Herbert Jones is out there with Olynyk. And it's Boston in at the 2-guard spot. To the paint. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
And Detroit with another turnover here. New Orleans leading by 3. Pass to Nisi. Here's the screen. Jones for 3. It's good from long range. Jones has got 6.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Holland, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Olynyk. He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin, and they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008, and with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Pass to Nisi. Here's Boston. Offensive rebound. Takes a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Boston's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pelicans.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to Holland. Outside Hardaway. Schroeder outside. 6 on the shot clock. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Into the lane. Here's Boston. They set the screen for 3. Olynyk. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Pistons trail by 4. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Boston. Guarded by Hardaway.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Master Olynyk jacks up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Olynyk's got 6 points.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Beasley against Olynyk. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Pass to Boston. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Detroit. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hardaway for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Hardaway has got the game tied up here for Detroit. Here's Messi. Back to Alvarado. To the wing on the left. Olynyk dishes to Jones. Pass to Boston. Over Beasley. Boston, no good.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Hardaway kicks to Holland. Schroeder with the ball. For the lead, here's Holland. Stewart up top. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Count that bucket. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Back to Schroeder. Beasley outside. The 3. No good. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Pelicans lead by 1. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Good.
And this coaching staff wants Murray to be the shot caller. Let him run the pick and roll and just make things happen.
Cunningham passes to Harris. And here's Thompson. Shoots the 3. That's good from Harris on the assist by Thompson.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Murray dishes to Williamson. There's a screen. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Detroit's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And another 3 for Detroit.
And defense has to guard Cade in the corner. He will take and make that shot.
Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
It's Cunningham with the drive, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
Nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Pass to Williamson. Here's McCollum. Back to Williamson. McCollum outside. The tray. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. During the pass to Harris. And here's Cunningham. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. Back to Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
That one misses. Pelicans trail by 3. McCollum right side. They double team McCollum. They set the pick. Fires the 3. Nailed from 3-point land.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Murray kicks to Williamson to take the lead. Rebound, Detroit. Cunningham's got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Jones is checked in. Kicks it out to McCollum. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job at the box out.
Yeah, it's something we don't see a whole lot in games. Just too aggressive going up.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. 1:24 left in the 4th quarter. Cunningham outside. Three-pointer. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 4. There's a good screen. Pass to Jones. Jones with the screen on Cunningham. Murray kicks to Jones. Off target from the baseline. Jones against Cunningham. .36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Thompson dishes to Ivy. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Cunningham for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Keeping his cool against the clock. Nice balanced play by Cunningham.
For 3, Murray. Rebound, Detroit. And here's Cunningham. Releases. A rare miss for him. And so it's Detroit with the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end.
Yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. Here's Hero. Here's Adebayo. Pass to Hero. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
Fighting the inside defender. Hero really works to get to the bucket.
Burks against Murray. From the top of the key. Connects. The jumper drops.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. I asked Coach how they plan to limit DeJounte Murray tonight, and he told me we have to match his energy on both ends of the court. DeJounte is a player who can create something out of nothing with the intensity that he plays with. We can expect to see a lot of hustle on the court tonight, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Where? That's good.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Murray deciding where to go with it. No good with the triple. The Heat have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Williamson. Murray, a screen on Adebayo. Williamson with the bucket.
The rare Zion 3, when it goes in, you just take it. It's like found money in the couch.
Now Adebayo. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Williamson with it. Hero picks him up. Right side Murray. Wiggins with a steal. Hero right side. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And he lobs it up top. Adebayo with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Murray. New Orleans has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. The quick look, no good that time.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Burks. Again, the Heat misses.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Williamson with a screen on Hero. Murray for 3. Buries it from 3. Murray's got 8.
And Murray doing a great job right now in rhythm off that screen and roll and exploiting the D.
Hero with the bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Counted. 1:41 left to play in the first. Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact. And it feels like DeJounte Murray's working at the post office right now because there's stamps of him all over this game.
Hero, the pass to Burks. Pure from three-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Murray. There's a screen. 56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. For 3, McCollum sends it home from three-point land.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He could be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere. He makes that look so easy. Andrew Wiggins up and down on the alley-oop.
New Orleans leading by 7. Williamson outside. The 3. The rebound by Burks. Miami's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Adebayo from long range. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray for 3. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Murray against Burks. The baseline J is on the way. Murray's shot is good. Murray's got 17 points.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And so it's New Orleans. They have a nice 9-point cushion. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans.
And Tyler's got to love that when he has a chance to rise up.
And so Murray will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. Nice move. Kicks it out to Williamson. Launches a three. Rebound by the Heat. Ball stolen. McCollum outside. Outside Murray. The three is up. Offensive rebound. Lets the three fly. Connects from downtown.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami. Quick into the air, Andrew Wiggins up and throws it down.
Murray, and he knocks down the 10-footer. Murray's got 19 points. Heat trail by 5. Outside Burks. Pass to Adebayo. Wiggins with it. Takes the three. The shot off that time. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a one-of-one. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
Miami's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Pass to Hero. Back to Adebayo. Oh, the teardrop falls in. And now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
What touch from the big man as Adebayo knocks that one down.
Here's Murray. Buries it down low. He's got 21.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Here's Ware. Wiggins outside. Let's go with a three. That one is off. The Pelicans lead by 4. Murray from outside drops in the three. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
The Heat have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Adebayo's got 4 points now in the quarter. New Orleans has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Williamson finds Murray. Picked by Williamson. And again, it's New Orleans with a three.
Well, Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
Hero for three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson, right side. Oh, wow! Highlight dunk from Zion.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
Fires the three. They get it back. Hero outside. Launches it from deep. No good. He's missed 5 of his 8 attempts. The Pelicans lead by 10. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. It's picked off. And here we go. The Heat fast break. Here's Ware. He's off on the layup. Got a piece of it. And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for the Pelicans. 27 on the night. He's had it his way. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Mitchell. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Jovic in at the center. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Jaquez no good. The Pelicans lead by 10. Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season.
Now here's Alvarado. Olynyk passes to Jones. Screen by Olynyk. Jones misses.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
For New Orleans, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Here's Boston. The kick to Olynyk. From the arc. And again, New Orleans no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Mitchell, the pass to Highsmith. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Herb Jones picks one up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Both good from the line that time. 90 seconds into the second half now. The Pelicans lead by 5. Olynyk with a screen on Robinson. Here's Boston. Count it.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Mitchell. Here's Highsmith. Got a hand on it.
All the length of Kelly Olynyk helping to get that block.
And that one's good. And now it's a 9-point Pelican lead.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence. It does so much out there to stretch out the defense. He's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Here's Boston. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size. He seems to be in the right spot most of the time. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Screen by Olynyk. From behind the arc. He drops it from range. Boston's got 7 points in the game.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Robinson for 3. It's not going to go for him. The Pelicans lead by 7. Alvarado with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Jones from outside. Jaquez grabs the board. The Heat have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Here's Highsmith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. There's the block. Here's Boston. Takes it inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Highsmith. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Kelly Olynyk.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
It's both from the stripe. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. Olynyk with a screen on Burks. Beyond the arc. Olynyk, that one's good. Olynyk's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, that's deep right there. Accurate shooting from KO.
Hero for 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. They've led by as much as 10. Boston, the pass to Olynyk. And there's the screen. To the left wing. Shot is up. Boston with the bucket. And now it's a 9-point New Orleans lead. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Burks. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Burks has got 10 points.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Stolen by Hero. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And Tyler Hero with another great look, just understanding where his teammates are.
The Pelicans lead by 5. Alvarado, pass to Olynyk. Back to Alvarado. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Hero. Here's Highsmith. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Pelicans ahead, up by 5. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Miami. It's a 5-point game, so the Pelicans 5 right now. Wiggins finds Hero. Back to Wiggins. Kicks it to Hero. Wiggins outside. 3-pointer, no good. Well, the Pelicans shooting at 49% so far in the game. And the bucket is good. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Wiggins for 3. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
For 3. Knocks it down from distance.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Hero with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Fires from deep. Leaps for it, and they'll get another chance. Second chance shot. Here's Ware. And he gets that one.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Williamson for 3. The rebound by Ware. Heat trail by 5. Hero outside. Here's the 3. And he can't get that one.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
The 11-footer. And that one's long. Miami has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Adebayo. Here's Wiggins. Back to Adebayo. Hero outside. Pass to Ware. Clock at 4. On the take. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Now just a 3-point Pelican lead.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
Out to the wing. Releases. Again, the Heat score.
Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
Williamson with a screen on Burks. From deep. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. A minute 15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wiggins. There's the steal. Adebayo against Williamson. And here's McCollum. Out to the right wing. The 3 is up. The rebound by Burks. Heat trail by 3. To tie it up. And Alec Burks gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. The Pelicans have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. McCollum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, McCollum is pretty deft at changing speeds, and that time he did it driving to the rim.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Works for 3. Again, the Heat misses.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Looking to get it going. On the attack, Hero. Pass to Ware. Back to Hero. Burks, a screen on Murray. Outside Burks. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. It's hauled in by New Orleans. They've led by as much as 10. McCollum, pass to Williamson. Stolen by Hero. He's got a clear path. He pulls it. Pass to Ware. Kicks it to Hero. Cash. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Williamson passes to Murray. Williamson with a screen on Burks.
Miami foul. Bam Adebayo. First personal foul.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
For the Pelicans,
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Turning here to our analyst, what elements become the primary keys at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Well, you can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
Cam knock in the 3. And so it's the Pelicans who come out on top here. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let me see you.
Harris for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And for Miami, Alec Burks is out there with Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They set the pick. Here's Cunningham. And they pick up 2.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kicks it out to Hero. Trains the 19-footer.
Oh, a dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feed.
Duren a screen. Here's Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Burks on the wing. Over Ivy. Burks can't get it to go.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
You know Ivy loves to find that shot. The defense has to be more careful with him at the arc.
Here's Hero. Following the 3 by Detroit. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Asar Thompson. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Now, here's Ivy. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Ivy's got 5 now.
And he's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Adebayo kicks to Hero. Driving the lane, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
Serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Third personal foul.
Here's Hero. He's got 7. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now, arguably, a top 25 player.
Now, Cunningham. After Tyler Hero's 3-pointer that didn't go. There's the triple. Out to Thompson. For 3, Harris traps in the tray.
And really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
There's Hero with the 3. Hero can't get that one to fall. The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Cunningham. Knocked away. Burks kicks to Ware. Takes the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
and he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Hero against Ivy. Over in the corner, Cunningham. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
The Heat leading by 3. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Wiggins kicks to Adebayo. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Hero finds Burks. Here's Ware. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. The 3. Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
Big time shot to beat the...
It's all tied in Miami. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
On the court for the Pistons. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. The shot by Ivy, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Wiggins drives in. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And he has a knack to score on the move. Wiggins stays in control even when he's at full speed. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Ivy. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Cunningham sets a screen for Thompson. Back to Duren. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Cunningham. Fires from deep. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Wiggins. There's the drive. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
With that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pistons.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Hero. Adebayo kicks to Wiggins. It's hauled in by Harris.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Here's Burks. The good-looking shot from the wing. Burks has got 5.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time. What a play from Ivy.
Burks for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duren had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duren knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots, shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
They get it back.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
Cunningham up top, covered by Wiggins. Here's Ivy. Again, the Pistons score.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Out to the right wing. Here's Ware. There's 2 pointers off the mark. Pistons leading by 10. Harris passes to Thompson. Back to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. Wiggins with the rebound. From downtown, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
We've got Kevin Love. Mitchell is out there with Robinson. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Highsmith in at the power forward position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Love. Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And Stan, it seems like time and again the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
Beasley kicks it over to Schroeder. And another 3 for Detroit.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Mitchell outside. The shot's good. Mitchell's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Schroeder. Out to Hardaway. There's the pick. Pass to Holland. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Holland. Just 5 to shoot. Hardaway is screen on Hawkins. Outside Hardaway. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Love finds Mitchell. Robinson with it. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's Highsmith. No good with the triple. Pistons leading by 8. Here's Schroeder. And Detroit with another turnover here.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Outside Robinson. Offline with his 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And the 3 ball is good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Nobody near Schroeder. No good from outside.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, but it worked out for them that time.
For 3, Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Launches a 3. And it's Schroeder missing. The Heat trail by 11. Hawkins with the ball. Beasley covering. And it's Mitchell missing. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Hardaway for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got 8 points.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a 3-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Highsmith's shot is good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Beasley for 3. Out to Hardaway. Beasley, the pass to Hardaway. And the 3 off target. Heat have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Good on the 3-point shot. Robinson's got it back down to single digits for the Heat. It's Beasley on the wing for the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And so is Detroit. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've done a lot of... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Wade. Here's the teardrop. Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Ivy. 5 on the clock. And here's Harris from the arc. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Hero, no good. Pistons leading by 13. From the arc. Burks pulls it in. Burks has got 4 rebounds in this game. Adebayo passes to Burks. Here's where Ivy defending, kept alive, kicks it out to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Works for 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Off target from outside. The Heat trail by 13 to the inside. Here's Adebayo. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Jalen Durham. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
Pistons leading by 11. Duran the pass to Cunningham. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. Back to Duran. Launches it. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Snatched up. The second effort. Hero kicks to Burks. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham. First.
Detroit's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Scooped up. Pass to Ivy. Cunningham dishes it to Harris. From outside the arc. Ivy against Hero. Here's Cunningham. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Cunningham's got 4 points in the quarter. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
104 left in the fourth quarter of this one. In the corner, Ivy with it. Back to Cunningham. 4 on the shot clock.
And you love how much heart Bam plays with defensively, working overtime on that possession.
Adebayo against Cunningham. And here's Harris from the arc. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Kicks it out to Hero. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Now here is Harris. From deep three-point territory. Can't connect. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them, this